It's recording now?
Con.
All right. Shalom, shalom. Brother Obadiah in the building. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kadash. Got my beautiful, lovely wife, in the chat. She can introduce herself. This is her call. You can say,
It's in my car. Um, Shalom.
God, shalom, shalom. And today's lesson, we're going to get into, you know, the tongue. And people might not think the tongue is a big thing. They just hear about the tongue. Like, what are you talking about the tongue? What's the point about the tongue? Well, I got some precepts right here to prove that what the Bible said about the tongue. The tongue is very powerful, man. You know anything about the tongue, you know the tongue is a very, very powerful thing. And it is nothing you should take lightly because the tongue can get you out of situations and the tongue can also put you in situations and make the situation bigger than what it is. Just say, you know, I always use this example because my dad told me this. This is a real life scenario that he told me about. But just say somebody step on my shoe, right? A brother step on my shoe. I can use my tongue and be like, and the brother say sorry though. It was an accident. He didn't mean to. Now me, I can use my tongue. I can be like, oh brother, you cool, dap him up because he didn't mean to. It was an accident. The brother might have been on his phone. He might have been looking at something. He didn't see my foot there. He didn't step on my shoe on purpose. The brother said, my bad. I'm sorry. Cool, cool. But then I can use my tongue. And brother step on my shoe, he'd be like, "Okay, my bad, bro." And then I'd be like, "No, no, it ain't your bad. I want you to clean my shoe right now. I want you to clean my shoe. You ain't going away till you clean my shoe." Now that's using your tongue for folly. Now you never know what can happen. Then y'all can start fighting. Somebody pull a knife out, he stab you to death. He shoot you, or you kill him. Now you in jail for life. That's folly and madness, all because you didn't know how to tame your tongue. And taming your tongue is something that we all have to work on. It ain't nothing that you can do overnight. Hey, even this, matter of fact, the scripture say you can't even tame your tongue, but you can try your best to. You can try your best to. So, um, babe, give me James 3 and 5 through 8. Focus.
This is the book of James, chapter 3, verse 5 through 8. Do you want me to start at verse 3 or no?
Mm. Yeah, come, 3 and 3.
Behold, we put bits in the horse's mouth that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold, also the ships, which though they be so great and are driven of fierce winds, yet are they turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts of great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. And the tongue is a fire, a word of iniquity. Was the tongue amongst our members that did defile the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and is set on fire of hell. For every kind of beast, and of birds, and of serpents, and things in the sea is tamed, and have been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil full of deadly poison.
So, keep going that way.
Okay. Therefore, therewith bless we Yahweh, even the Father, and therewith curse we men, which are made after the similitude of Yahweh. Out of the same mouth proceed a blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. Doth a fountain send forth at the same place sweet water and bitter? Can fig tree, my brethren, bear olive berries, either of vine figs, or can no fountain both yield salt water and fresh?
So that's a mouthful right there, man. That's a lot of wisdom right there the Bible put on. So the tongue is very powerful. You have all these different animals that you can tame. You can just go to the zoo and see that. They done tame lions, they done tame zebras, they done tame tigers, they done tame monkeys, they done tame whales, sharks, alligators, all those animals that they done tamed. But the tongue, a small member, and it used. That's why I went back to verse 4. It said a very small him. It used that example because we know how big a ship is, but it got a very small him that can stop it. Hold up. Con. They use a very small hymn. You feel what I'm saying? The same thing with the tongue. You know, tongue is that's one of the smaller things on our body. It's a tongue. It's small, but it can boast great things. It's a lot of people that's dead right now because of their tongue, because of their mouth. They couldn't tame their mouth. They get mad. They get upset. They just started talking. They don't think before they speak. So them not thinking before they speak, it costs them their life. And then go down. They read verse um read verse 10, 11 again, babe. Let's go. Let's go. Let me see.
Out of the same mouth
10 through
proceedeth
12.
blessing. Hmm?
10 through 12.
Out of the same mouth proceedeth blessing and cursing, my brother. These things ought not so to be. Doth a fountain seed send forth? Does a fountain send forth at the same place sweet water and bitter? Can fig tree, my brethren, bear olive berries, either a vine fig? So can no fountain both yield salt water and fresh.
Con. So it said, out the same mouth proceed blessings and cursing. Out this same mouth, the same mouth that you use to talk, the same tongue, you can do good and you can do bad with it. Just like I'm gonna use an example, just like with a knife, same thing with a knife. You can do good and bad with it. You can a knife was originally made to cut things up, right? It might be in the kitchen. You got a butter knife. Use a butter knife to cut the cake, whatever, bread, whatever, so on for cut the butter, whatever, so on so forth. It was made to do good, right? A knife was never made to kill nobody, but you can use a knife to do good, which is in the kitchen, and you can use a knife to do bad, meaning you can kill somebody with a knife. You can cut somebody's throat with a knife, man. You can, you know what I'm saying? You can do all type of wickedness with a knife. Cut somebody's fingers off. You had people doing a knife challenge with the knife. That's folly. So same thing with the tongue. You can at the same time you can receive blessings. You can have somebody bless you, talk good on you. Proverbs 27:2. You have a person that's talking good on you. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. They're bragging on you. But out the same tongue, how they use the tongue, you can have somebody curse you. And they talking folly about you. They wish a death upon your family. Out that same tongue, this how powerful the tongue is, bro. It's like a fire. It's a fire, and when you mad, it's like a fire that's kindled, right? And it says that a fountain sent forth at the same place sweet water and bitter. No, everything is a just balance. It got to be a just balance in this thing, man. You know, the most I deal with just balance. He don't deal with false balance. So, out the water, it don't out the water fountain, it don't receive sweet water and bitter water. It receives the same water. You're gonna taste the same water every time. You're not gonna go to a fountain and expect to taste Gatorade. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna do that. You're gonna taste the same water every time. So that's that on that, man. So it's gonna come times. That's why you have to tame your spirit. You have to try your best to control your spirit, control your mind, because it starts off when people use their tongue with folly. It starts off with a thought. It starts off with a thought, man. When they use their tongue, they upset. They meditating on what they're gonna say. That's folly. So if you keeping these commandments, you working on puring your spirit up, then you have a positive mind. Hey, only blessings gonna come out your mouth. But if you wicked, you doing folly, you ain't keeping the commandments. You know what I'm saying? You're keeping the commandment, you're not keeping the commandments, then what's gonna come out your mouth? Cursing. It wouldn't be right for the most high to, you wicked, but now you blessing somebody. You talking positive, you use your tongue for good. No, if you wicked, most high gonna give you you're gonna talk folly. Stuff that don't profit anything. Con,
I have a precept for the thing you just said.
con.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, starting at verse 17. Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever enters in at the mouth goeth into the belly and is cast out into the draw? But those things which proceed out of the mouth coming from the heart, and they defile the man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defiles not a man.
So your heart is your mind, mighty precept, babe. Your heart is your mind. It's your mind. So whatever you think about, that's what's gonna come out. That's what's gonna come out. That's what's gonna come out your mouth, out your tongue. You thinking of folly things, you're gonna say folly things. You meditating on righteous things. Only thing that's gonna come out your mouth is righteous things because that's what you're meditating on. That's why it's very important, also to watch the people that you be around, because spirits can hop on you too. You might not even been on that. You feel what I'm saying? Bring it out, babe. You might not even be on that. But now kind of talking crazy. Now you're thinking of crazy stuff because of what you're listening to, what people talking about. That's why when people gossip, when people always gossiping, talking about somebody, they always talk about somebody to that person that they know gonna gossip back. They don't never go to a person when they gossip. When people gossip, they don't never go to a person that's they already know that he gonna be like, I don't want to hear that, or he gonna be like, bro, don't call me, I don't want to talk about that. They always gossip to the person that they want to say something, that they want to hear something back from, so they can go back and forth with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to watch the people that you hang around in this thing, man.
I have three precepts.
Bring them up.
So this is the first one. Philippians 4. Do you want me to read all of them at the same time and then you break them down? Or
Nah, read one of them, I break that down, then read the next ones like that.
okay, so I don't know which one to do. Okay. Philippians 4:8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things.
So think on the things, and I also got a precept for that too. It's like let me put it up. That's mighty. Hold up. Galatians 5:22-23. And I'm finna show you, it's gonna tell you the things to think upon. The fruits of the spirit, man. That's a mighty precept because it goes back to this. You gotta have good fruits. The Bible talk about having good fruits in this thing. You gotta have good fruits in this thing, man. And once you meditate on these things, then you're gonna out of your mouth is gonna come blessings and righteous things. But you have to meditate on positive things in order to speak on positive things, right? So get that right.
But
You
the
can start
fruit,
at but you can start at verse look, start at 16. Aim at 23.
this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if you be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like of the which I said before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
So the things that she named first, the thing that you're gonna do, if you those are the things that you're gonna do to not receive the kingdom of heaven. You're not gonna talk positive when you're doing these things. A adulterer, he not gonna talk positive. He always gonna be talking about having sex with another man's wife. That's like death. That's death. They put a precept when they say life and death are in the power of the tongue. We're gonna hold that, we'll come back to it. That's death. When you think about adultery, when you talking about murder, when you talking about fornication, that's folly coming out your tongue, man. It's power in your tongue, literally power in your tongue. It's literally power.
Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
So death and life are in the power of the tongue, and it goes back to the example that I just used in the beginning of the video. Yeah, that person, that person step on his shoe. Your brother like, oh brother, he's like, oh my bad, I need to step on your shoe, and then the other brother be like, okay, hey, you straight, bro, you straight. You dap it up. You know what I'm saying? Get your brother dap. There y'all going with about your business. But that's life. That's the life in the tongue. That's the life. You just save yourself out of a situation that could have been bad. The death is in a situation when the brother step on your shoe and then you be like, hey bro, clean my shoe. I want you to clean my shoe right now. You just stepped on my shoe. But these $200 pair of shoes, you gonna clean my shoe, you ain't finna go nowhere. That's death in your tongue. Cause you now your life on the line. You know what I'm saying? So death and life are really in the power of the tongue. That's why you gotta watch what you say. You gotta watch the things that you say, man. Hey, and then it's a saying that says sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's false. Words can indeed hurt you, man. Just that one saying can end your life. Just that one saying or that one sentence somebody said can hurt your feelings. Now your feelings hurt. So that's a lie that we was told. That saying is a lie. Words can hurt you, man. So that's a mighty precept going into that. And going back, but you can go back to that what we just said. Con. So all those things are not the fruits of the spirit. That's not gonna get you in the kingdom of heaven. Those are not the fruit of the spirit, man. And let me get this precept too. Most High come at me with precept. Give me Matthew 12 and 36, baby, real quick. The water. Oh yeah, give me that Sirach 2018 next. Mighty.
Dang, baby. The other precepts I pulled, we gotta go to those two, Lord willing. But I say his spirit is flowing, his spirit is flowing. But I say unto you that every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give a comfort of in the day of judgment.
So every idle word that you speak in this thing, hey, the Most High gonna hold you accountable of it. So don't think when you just gossiping about a person that the Most High just gonna sweep it under the rug unless you repent. But you have a lot of our people gossiping this thing, man. You have a lot of, and mainly the women. Brothers do it too, but mainly the women be gossiping, but to other women. Oh, she thinks she the, you see her head wrap. She thinks she look good. Her peers, she thinks she look too good. I heard so and so. I heard so and so about her talking to other sisters about other sisters. Man, you gonna be judged by every other word. Rather you talking down on the brother, you getting all on the brother. You don't never lift the brother up when he do good. You don't never tell him good job or give him some encouragement. You always want to get on the brother when he doing bad. He doing bad, but it's good to get on your brother when he do bad though. Correct him, but you don't never get on him when he doing good. You don't never tell him good job, brother. You getting on fire. I see you, but you only want to come at him when he get bad. You don't get judged for every idle word that you speak in that thing, man. So, you put other preset that you want to pull out, babe.
So this is the one you were just talking about. You gotta watch you hang around because spirits can hop on you. So this is Sirach 13 and 15. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consort according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. But fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly. What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog, and what peace between the rich and the poor? As the wild ass, as the lion's prey, and the wilderness of the rich eat up the poor.
Who? Now that goes back to that just balance. The Most High deal with a just balance. You can't have no hyena and dog together. It don't even look right. Just like with us and Esau. You can't have us and Esau together. That don't look right in this thing. You know what I'm saying? This says it's like what fellowship has the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with godly, what agreement is there between the hyena and the dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? They don't have no peace. It's a just balance in this thing. The Most I deal with a just balance. So you gonna have situations, but you have to control your tongue. You have to, man. So that's a mighty precept, babe. Going into that. Most ideal. That basically going to the most ideal with just balance.
And then the last one I had, Proverbs 8 and 8, one of my favorite precepts. All the words of my mouth are righteousness. There is nothing for the perverse in them.
So what precept that was?
Proverbs 8 and 8.
Con. So all our words, all the words that we want to come out of our mouth are righteousness. We want to speak uplifting words to people. We don't. Every time we speak, we don't want nobody to be like, "Oh, here you go," or "Oh, I don't want to hear that. she finna so talk about me. She finna tell me this. She finna gossip. You don't want to have that when people already know that you finna gossip and everybody knows what you do. You got a name for yourself, a bad name. You don't want to have no bad name in this thing. So when they say all the words of my mouth are righteousness, you want words to come out. You want righteous things to come out your mouth like a river. People want to come to you for counsel. People want to come to you for uplifting stuff. They know that you're gonna give it to them. That's the type of reputation that you want to have, not only with men but with the Most High, man. You when you pray, you want to flow righteousness like river waters, man. You don't want to be laughing when you pray. That's folly. He said, "There's nothing fraud or perverse out of my mouth." But a lot of people, they always talking about wicked things. It's coming out their tongue. Their tongue is real filthy. It's real folly and madness. Talking about where the next party at. I'm finna F all these females. That's folly. I'm finna take this N B. I'm just saying, abbreviate. I don't want to cuss, but y'all know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of stuff that be going on out the tongue that's real folly. And I'm tell you this, right? And you have a sister, right? Sister outer appearance, she look real pretty, right? She a 10, but her tongue can make her ugly. Just by the things she say and how she talk, it can make her ugly. It can make her drop down all the way to a 6. Her tongue. She went from a 10 when you first see her, but as soon as she talk, it's like, nah, I can't even. Nah, she talk crazy. It make her ugly. Our tongue can actually make a person ugly. Literally, you don't even want to deal with that person no more because of their tongue. That's how powerful the tongue is. It can make you ugly. So you have more another precept. Hey, they coming out.
I did actually, I just can't remember. It's in my journal in my apartment, but it's a precept in Job basically saying like Job, he was the one that, he kept silence. Like he knew when to speak, when not to speak. But I cannot remember the precept right now. Lord willing, the most I put on my spirit to remember it. But there's a precept in Job that basically says,
Try
Job,
Joel 29:21.
Job
Oh,
what?
try Joel 29:21. I don't know if that's the one you're looking for. 29 and 21, baby. Oh, your conquest likes it. That ain't the one. Or Joel 4:16.
I, I,
That might be. It
I
said
think
unto
that's
me,
it.
Con. It said unto me men gave ear and waited and kept silent at my counsel. And that's going into what I was just saying. You want to have that person, you want to be that person that people all ears to hear you when you talk. Because they know that you're gonna talk about some wisdom. Just like with King Solomon. You know how many people was coming to hear King Solomon? Now was King Solomon talking folly? No, we know King Solomon one of the wisest men ever. Wisest men ever. So people was coming to him to get information from him because he's out his tongue, he was coming out wisdom, not folly. You think that many people would have been there listening to King Solomon if he was talking about, all right, this is how you roll a blunt, get the blunt, you kind of lick it, then you kind of twerk. People they wasn't going to do that. But he was talking wisdom. He was talking understanding. That's why people came to listen to him. And you're going to be that person that people love to talk to you and come talk to you. And it don't even have to just be about precepts. You should want people to come and talk to you just to, because they know that you're not gonna be talking about no folly. You're not gonna say nothing to them that's gonna vex their spirit in righteousness. You want to always have that chill. You talking positive and you talking real. You want to talk real out your tongue. A lot of people say they're real, but the actions don't show it. You know what I'm saying? Out their tongue, they can say they're real, but they ain't showing it. But when you say that you're real, you want to really show that thing, man. In this thing. So you want to use your tongue for positive and be a good counselor in this thing, a good reader, a good teacher. And with that, you have to have knowledge of the situation and understanding to bring out good fruits, to bring out positive and wisdom out your tongue, right? So
That was the spirit, because I was over here looking up Job like 23 and stuff. I did not know where it was at. That's the spirit. I'll praise the Most High.
yeah, that's the most high, man. That's the most high. All praise.
Most High. Okay.
Um,
That's all the precepts I had.
those are the ones you had. All
I
right,
sent you more though. The ones I had.
con, yeah, con. Let me get into them. So first, let's get Proverbs 20 and 15.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 15. There is gold in a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel.
So you have gold and you have rubies. Now we know we all like gold. You know, brother want gold, brother want a gold chain, brother want gold teeth, brother want gold jewelry. You know, you rubies too. We ain't never really seen rubies like that. But we know it's special. But it says, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. The lips of knowledge is like above all that, man. It's very rare because people can have gold, people can have rubies, but their tongue is off. They wicked. They always coming out wicked things. So it's very rare, you know, and it's very rare to have a person that speaks knowledge out their tongue. That's a precious jewel. It's like you find a jewel. It's like you find a jewel. You know how folks be at. You know how folks be at the beach, and they have one of those little those detectors. They're trying to find money or find some treasure at the beach. It's like you find you having that knowledge, that understanding. It's like you finding a jewel at the bottom of the beach. I mean, at the bottom of the sand at the beach. When people walk around, they have like the little headphones on. They have like the little metal detector, and they're trying to find some gold. And that's like your tongue is like that person finding that jewel, man. That's at the bottom of the sand. You know, so it's very positive. I mean, it's very good to have a positive lips, positive tongue. It's very good to have that, man. It's a beautiful thing, especially like when you a sister coming into this truth. You might gotta change the way you talk. You might just talk a certain way in the world, but now you come into this truth. Now you kind of be soft spoken in this thing. Now you gotta watch the things that you say because you're trying to get your lips to be a precious jewel, rather you know what I'm saying, you was cursing people out your mouth. Now you're trying to bless things out your mouth, help people out. So that's a mighty precept that I had going into your mouth. Your lips are a precious jewel in this thing. So Sirach 20 and 5. I'm gonna mix them up with my. I'm gonna make sure precepts up with mine.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 20, and verse 5. There is one that keepeth silence and is found wise, and another by much babble becometh hateful. Some man holdeth his tongue because he have not to answer, and some keepeth silence knowing his time. A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool will guard no time. He that useth many words shall be abhorred, and he that keepeth to himself authority therein shall be hated.
Con. So it just said, there's one that keep his silence. He found wise. Why is that? People like, how you gonna be found wise? He didn't even say nothing. Don't you gotta say something to be found wise? No, because certain situations, like when you get older and like when you grow, you understand like certain situations you don't gotta speak on. It don't got nothing to do with you speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? You know, if it had to be, it, so like it. So just say a situation going on, right? Somebody gossiping. It's like, bro, I'm not finna speak on that. I'm not finna get into that, man. That's wise. That's wise. Or you people, or you don't say nothing. People try to come at you, they upset. You don't say nothing to them. Hey, that's people gonna look at you like you wise because that person gonna like a fool that's trying to come at you, trying to start something with you, but you ain't saying nothing. It's like they arguing with themselves. So you're gonna be the wise one because you ain't wasting your time on a person like that. You ain't getting you know that you're not a fool. So you're not gonna go back and forth with a fool. You're gonna let him get what he gotta say, and that's cool. And people gonna look at you as being wise because you didn't hop down on that level as the other person. And it say, and it's found and another by much babbling becoming hateful. So a person that always run his mouth, always trying to start something, in every mess, he trying to do this, trying to do that, he talking about this, talking about that. Hey, he gonna become hateful. Folks gonna hate hearing his voice. folks gonna hate trying to be around this person because every time he talk, they know it's gonna be folly. There ain't no good come out this man's mouth. They know he's gonna be talking about something crazy. He always babbling. He always in the mix. She always in the mix. That's gonna be hate. That's gonna cause a person to dislike that person. Now they're gonna be talking about that person. You know, so so babe, give me Proverbs 15:2.
Proverbs 15:2.
Mm-hmm.
Book of Proverbs 15:2. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools cries out foolishness.
Con. So the tongue and the wise use knowledge all right. So your mind, what you thinking about, what you got in your mind, your tongue gonna expose it. Your tongue gonna tell you. So the tongue of the wise, how a person gonna know you wise? Because by how you talk. You can be with a person, right? You can talk to a person for a person that you just met. You can tell if he wise or not just by a few things that he say and how he talking. You can tell him this brother don't got no sense. This brother tripping. Just by the words he say 3 or 4 sentences. You can tell if he got sense or not. But a tongue of the wise, your wisdom that you got is gonna show by your tongue, by what you're speaking about. It said the tongue of the wise uses knowledge. All right, so you're gonna use knowledge. You know, your tongue, you're gonna use knowledge. It says, but the mouth of the fools pours out folly. Amen. The mouth of the fool gonna pour out folly. He not gonna think before he speak. He always gonna sound dumb. He always gonna be confounded. He always gonna have to reset what he meant. He gonna try to lie and say what he meant because he not gonna think before he speak. He gonna be sound real crazy. He gonna sound retarded because he a fool and it's showing what he got up here. So make sure when you use your tongue, make sure you're using your tongue. You want it to be righteousness. You want it to be pure. Things that come out your tongue, you want it to help people in righteousness. You don't want it to hurt nobody, and curse somebody in this thing, right? So, babe, give me James 1:19.
Book of James, chapter 1, verse 19. Wherefore, my brethren, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
So he said, my brethren, let every man be swift to hear, be quick to hear, slow to speak. And a lot of our people be too quick to speak. Before they even hear the situation, they be quick to speak. I myself work on that. You got to be slow to speak. You hear the situation, let the person finish. Don't hop in the situation. Well, I think this. He ain't even done what he's saying or what she's saying. That we got to be slow to speak and hear they might answer. Just say you have a question, right? Just say you have a question and the person talking, but you got a question about what the person's saying. If you be slow to speak, the person might answer your question while he's speaking. But you so quick to speak. Well, I got a question. I don't know what, but you didn't get the person time to answer the question that you had. But when you slow to speak, you never know that person can answer the question. You gotta wait. You don't have to waste your breath asking the question that he already answered. And be slow to wrath. Be slow to wrath. Why does the Bible say be slow to wrath? Because when you slow to wrath, you ain't gonna have nothing negative coming out your mouth. When you speak, you're not gonna be talking negative when you slow to wrath. But when you quick to wrath, you're gonna have wickedness coming out your mouth. You're gonna be quick to speak. Bring it out.
So I have two precepts. One for when you said we should use our words for righteous reasons to uplift people, and then the other one for being slow to wrath, slow to speak. So the first one is Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupt, I'm gonna start at 23 actually. I'm gonna start at 22. That you put off concerning the former conversation, the old man which is corrupt according to your the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on that new man which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth to his neighbor, for we are members one of another. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers.
So you got that's mighty. So you gotta become a new person in this thing, man. You gotta let go of your old ways. Old ways in the world, you was always talking folly and madness. That's why you say you gotta be renewed in your mind. Why he say be renewed in your mind? Because it's with your mind. Because if you're thinking positive things gonna come out your mouth. If you're thinking negative things all the time, negative things gonna come out your mouth. If you're thinking in your mind, I can't lift this 45-pound weight, you're gonna say that your mouth. I can't lift this 45-pound weight, man. Because you thinking it. But it said, let no corrupt communication proceed out your mouth. So don't let no corrupt communication proceed out your mouth. Period. None. But that which is good. Oh, I'm gonna let you read it, man.
Huh?
Can we read it? Because it's like
Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers.
Con. So make sure that you receive positive things out your mouth. You know, I be forgetting, baby, reading. I be about to read the whole thing. Con. Definitely make sure that you that negative is not coming out your mouth. Make sure that you using it for positive things. And I'm gonna keep saying that this whole video. Make sure that you're using your tongue for positive things. Make sure that you're using your tongue for edifying. You have to edify your people. That's the only reason, man. We're not here to be the best athlete. We're not here to be the best singer, to have the best job, to have a bigger house, to have a car. We here to edify people. The Most High blessed with a talent. We got our people, man. We using our tongue for wisdom, to help our people out. So make sure that you use your tongue for something good and don't be trying to go off.
And then I have this one, Psalms 141, verse 3. Yeah, Psalms 1. And it reads, set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth, keep the door of my lips, incline not my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works of men that work iniquity, and let me not eat of their dainties. And the Most High just put in my spirit another precept, Psalms 19 and 14. I'll read it later, but it was a precept for when you said we should be thinking upon righteous things, because what we think is what we say.
And give me 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. And David prayed to keep his not to be talking about folly things, to keep the doors of his mouth, to keep silence. David prayed for that thing. So we're gonna have to pray for it. If you want to have a better tongue, you're gonna have to pray for it. You can't just have a better tongue and not pray and fast over it. You gotta pray over these things. You gotta pray that these things, because if you don't, it ain't gonna never happen. 1 Corinthians 15 and 33.
Be not deceived, evil communications corrupt good manners.
So don't be deceived. The scripture say don't be deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manner. It does. So don't think that you being righteous can hang around a whole bunch of wicked people and then communicate with them and be like, I'm not gonna do that because I'm not with that. They doing what they do. I'm not gonna do it. Don't think that. Eventually, they demons gonna hop on you. Those spirits gonna hop on you, and you gonna start back doing what they doing. Scripture said, "Don't be deceived." That's why the Bible said, "Don't be deceived," because we can deceive ourselves. We can do that. That's why the Bible said, "Don't be deceived," because we have our people. We do that stuff. We don't celebrate Halloween. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but you have people be like, you have people going with them, with the family saying, "Oh, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving," but that's dumb. No, you're not supposed to be over that. Period. You're not supposed to do that. Period. So don't think that don't be that evil communication corrupt. Don't be deceived thinking that you can hang around that people that's doing that wickedness and be okay and be in the spirit. It's impossible. You can't be in the spirit hanging around wicked people. and the music is different. The music are spells. Music are spells, man. You hearing somebody, don't think that it's just a song. Or I'm just listening to this song. It's the song. Why you think when you listen to Lil Bootsy, Set It Off, are you in the spirit when you listen to that song? What you thinking about? Oh, I want somebody to try me. I want somebody to try me. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to that young boy, bam, boom, pow, 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 yum, pow, you're not gonna be in the spirit. You're gonna be trying to kill your brother. That's evil communication. It's in your head. That's gonna corrupt good manner. You can never be in the. My brother, shout out to the brother Danny. He said this. We was in the car. You know, we was riding around. We were listening to truth music, but you had outside the window brothers were playing madness. You know, outside, real loud in the air. And the brother said, "Man, it's impossible for you to be in the spirit while listening to that. You can't your spirit. You can't be in the spirit listening to young boy, because he's not talking about something spiritual. He's not talking about nothing to keep you in the spirit. He's not talking about nothing to lift you up. So you can't be in the spirit listen to those things, man. Things that you watch. You can't watch negativity. It's gonna corrupt your mind. You're gonna do the stuff that you do. So I got another example. My dad told me, right? My dad had a friend, and it was a movie that first came out. It was Menace to Society. When Menace to Society first came out, because my dad had a friend, they watched it together. You know that scene, the beginning of the movie, when old dog and Kane go in the store and old dog shoot everybody up in the store, rob the store. The same exact night, or the my dad friend went and robbed the store because of that movie. That's evil communication, corrupt good. That's corrupting good manner because he was never doing that until he seen that movie. So it just shows you how powerful it is, man. So, we not give me Ephesians 6:11. Cause we battling with things on a higher level. It's higher than what we can see. And they putting spells on these movies. They putting spells on music. Mess around, start your you verse 11 through 13.
Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand.
So you have to put that whole armor on. If you don't got that whole armor on, you're gonna get caught lacking. Then eventually that evil communication that you hearing, that you talking to, is gonna corrupt your good manner. Why? You ain't gonna want to be on fire no more. You ain't gonna want to read. You ain't gonna want to study. You know, you ain't gonna want to be around your godly brothers. You ain't gonna want to, congregate with the brothers no more. You ain't gonna want to get on calls. Sisters ain't gonna want to wear their head wraps. They ain't gonna wear they ain't gonna want to wear they dressing no more. They're gonna put pants on. Why? Because you were just talking to somebody in the world. Hey man, somebody wicked in the world. Just say you having a good marriage, right? You say you having a outstanding, you have an outstanding marriage. Then all of a sudden, your best friend from out of town, she wicked as heck. Y'all ain't talked since high school. She moved back in town, right? Now she's trying to catch up with you. So now you start chilling with her. Now you start going to her house every day. Now you start going to bars and doing all type of stuff like that. Now you doing the stuff she doing. Now she don't have a man. She don't have no husband. She had three children she got to look after, but she don't got no husband. But you got a wife and kids, right? So now you chilling with her. Now you correct the community. Now you talking to her. Now you gonna want to do the things she do now. Now you gonna forget about your family. Now you gonna try to do what his friend doing. Now your husband, he gonna feel some type of way about it because you been her so much. You ain't even worry about your family no more. You with her every day, every weekend. Now your husband gonna get a so-called divorce in the world. He gonna want to get a divorce. Now you're gonna be looking sick. Why? Because evil communication corrupt the good manner. Simple. Watch the people that you hang around. Don't indulge every conversation. Don't be around every conversation. Because every conversation not good for your spirit. You're gonna feel that. And the Holy Spirit gonna tell you not to be around that conversation. But how it's gonna feel. You're gonna feel heavy. Your chest gonna feel heavy. You're gonna feel vexed. Like I ain't supposed to be here. Don't fight that, man. Get out of there. For them demons hop on you. So I got Sirach 5:10, baby.
I had a precept that I went to pull a while back.
Con.
If I sorry, 5 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Be steadfast in thy understanding and let that be steadfast in thy understanding and let that word be the same.
So the scriptures say, be steadfast in your understanding. So, but look, show the definition of steadfast on the screen so people can know.
Basically, like firm, unwavering. You like you standing strong, unwavering, not moving to and fro, firm.
Like, be dedicated to what you talk
Yeah,
about. So,
steady.
con, dedicated, committed, faithful, loyal. Be what you're saying, what you mean. So, all right. So, go back to the scripture. So that's how you got to be in your understanding. You got to have that same. You got to have that. You have to be sure in your own understanding and let your words be the same way that how you feel about the understanding that you're receiving. Your words have to be the same way. You can't believe something and have facts about it, and then out your mouth is flowing false. You ain't saying what how you really feel or what you believe in. Just like us in the truth, we got understanding. Our praise to the Most High on situations. Let our words be the same. We're gonna let our words be exactly how we think about something. You know. So that's a precept I had on that. So Sirach 21 and 26. That's a mighty. Sirach 21 and 26 is very mighty.
I had a precept. Psalms 19:14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer.
I had just read that in my book. Me and my real had read with King David, Psalms. So he said, let the words and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. And that goes back to what I was just saying. You have to pray for these things. This is him praying to the Most High for this stuff. You have to. It ain't gonna just come overnight. You have to pray for this, man. Imagine a person that's always. Shout out to my auntie. My auntie used to be like this. My auntie used to always cuss like a sailor. A sailor. Everything that my auntie mouth, she used to cuss, cuss, cuss. But now you barely hear my auntie cuss. There's nothing that's gonna happen just overnight. There's something that you have to pray on. You have to be to change. So it's to let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be in my sight, oh Lord, my strength and my demon. So that's something that you have to pray over, man. Pray the most high, pray the most high, better your language, better your speech. Pray on that thing, man. That's something that you have to pray over. Come, mighty precept, babe. Mighty precept, mighty. So Sirach 21 and 26. And Khan, it all starts with purifying your heart. It all starts with purifying your heart in this thing, man. And once you go, and that's going back to Ephesians 4 and 22 and 23, put on that new man. It all goes back to that. Once you purify your heart, which is your mind, bro. So, what you had that, babe?
I was just pulling up the Sirach precept to pull up. You can keep going on what you're saying.
It all starts with.
I have a precept on
That's
that.
when we have people bugged out. That's when we have people bugged out. You could tell your mind what they. You could tell what the person's saying. You might not even know that person bugged out, but what he's saying, he ain't renewed himself in his mind. Like it with time. Hey, this is King. This is King. And praying again to the Most High for these things. So if King David praying for these things, how much more us? He said, "Create me a clean heart, oh God, spirit within me." So we got to pray that the Most High creating us a clean and renew a right spirit within us, man. You just come into this truth, you putting away that old man. This is what you should be praying for into this truth. Pray that the Most High clean your heart and renew a right spirit within you because you now you're trying to put that old person away. You come into this thing, you trying to let that old person go. So you got to pray that the Most High put that new spirit on you, man. Keep these laws and commandments and endure to the end. Bring it out. Bring it out. Come on, my phone over here tripping.
For which cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
So it says, for which cause we faint not. Don't faint. Do not faint. It says, but thou, our outward man perish. Though your outward man perish, you got to get up, your back sore for work, your arms sore, your legs sore, your neck sore, your back hurting, you need a massage. It says, don't faint, because that outer man perish. Yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So your inner man, which is your spirit, is going to be renewed day by day. While you watch on, listen to videos, studying and reading, the inward man going to be renewed day by day. So this outward man perish. This outward person can't go with you to the kingdom. So it's going to perish. But the inward person that's going to go to you, that's going to take you to the kingdom, get you to the kingdom, that's going to be renewed day by day. So don't be upset or because your outward person is not going, or your outward person is perishing. Because your inward person is getting renewed day by day in this thing. Your newer person is getting fed. That's the reason why you fast. You fast because you feeding when you eat, you feeding your flesh. But when you fast, you feeding your spirit. You renewing him day by day. You making him stronger. Although you're still in this flesh, your outer person might be hurting, might be full physically eating food, but spiritually when you fast, you full because you feeding your spirit, right? So we got another precept, baby.
No, you said start right 21 and 6.
26. Con.
21 and 6.
Yeah, 20 and 26.
Okay. He that hated to be reproved.
26, baby.
Oh.
Con. You good.
The heart of fools in their mouth, but the mouth of the wise in their heart.
So it said the heart of fools is in their mouth. So the heart is your mind. So a fool gonna tell you everything that he's thinking. You know that man, oh, he can't hold water, she can't hold water. A fool gonna tell you everything. He's not gonna be able to hold what he's thinking. Or a person that always everything that comes to that person's mouth, he said. He don't have no filter. You know how the world say she don't got no filter. He don't got no filter. He gonna say everything what he think about. That's a fool. That's a fool. And it's because he's saying everything that he think about. That's why I say the heart of the fool is in their mouth. So what a person think about, he gonna tell you. A wicked person, a fool gonna tell you. A fool gonna say, a fool gonna be like, I know that already. I know everything already. I don't need no teaching. I know everything already. That's a fool. You a fool if you say you know everything. But they say, but the mouth of the wise heart. So the mouth of the wise is in their heart, is in their mind. They're not going to speak on everything. You're not going to know their every move. So that's the wisdom of the wise. You ever heard that saying, a wise man once said nothing at all? Because you don't have to say everything. You don't let everything move and get in your business. Or think or say everything that comes to your mind. That's a fool. You gonna then have somebody mess around and say, a person that say everything that come out his mouth, he gonna mess around and tell everybody his social security number by accident. Now they getting all this money. Now he looking crazy. Because he a fool. He told them everything. Told this person that he thought he done mess around and met this person. He only know him for 3 days. He already telling him his password to get into his safe or get into his house. You just met this person 3 days ago. He gonna mess around and go in there and finesse you. He finna rob you dry, take the TV and everything. You gonna be looking sick. You just told this person everything because you a fool. But person, you gonna have to, a wise person, people gonna have to ask around. Like, what he got going on over there? They gonna see you might be building the house, right? They see you building the house, but you're talking on it like that. So folks gonna be whispering, hey, you see so building the house over there? And who that house for? How many bedrooms gonna be in it? Who asking questions? or they might even know that you're doing it. Or who that building the house? Because you're not letting people know your every move in your business. So that's just a precept. That's just a precept. I want mighty, mighty. So I get Proverbs 18:7. Unless you have the precept, you can bring it out. But
You said Proverbs 18:7.
mm-hmm.
A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul.
So a full mouth, and notice that the Bible talks about them a lot. Because how many people that's in the grave right now, you probably can't even count your fingers. How many people that's in the grave right now that lost their life just because they mouth and they tongue and they in their anger. You know how many people that's in the grave and now because of their little tongue in your mouth right now. So the Bible says, "Fool's mouth is his destruction; his lips are the snare of his soul." So a fool mouth is his destruction, man. It's his destruction. It can live a fool mouth it's gonna kill you, bro. A person that can't keep his cool, he gonna always come out talking folly, thinking he can beat everybody. Hey man, you gonna get put to death. And it says that his lips are the snare of his soul, and his lips are a snare to his soul, man, of his soul. It's gonna be a snare, man. You risking your life every single day. If you a fool talking crazy, hey, you risking your life every single day because you don't know when is you gonna live or die out of a situation because of your tongue. You know. So Proverbs 13:3, and Proverbs 13:3 is finna sum up everything I've been saying about the tongue. It's finna sum it up.
He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction.
Come. So if you keep your mouth, simple as that. You keep your mouth, you're gonna keep your life. It's that simple. Now, certain situations you might got to speak on, like counsel somebody. It might be a bad situation going on. Like me and the op, right? I was the brother, shout out brother Marquas. I was at the King crib, and at the top up there, you can hear like where he stay at. It was the people on the third floor, and you can hear the brother and sister. They was going back and forth. I woke up to hearing them. Woke up about 10:30. I woke up hearing them yelling, going back and forth, slamming stuff. Then this 1 or 2 o'clock, you hearing the same thing. So in that, me and the brother walked up there. We were finna go out there and try to, see what's going on, calm the situation through the spirit. We prayed before we went out there. We prayed and all that. So we were finna go out there and calm the situation down, but nobody answered the door. And I'm led to believe that those demons that was on them, they felt our presence, the spirit that was on us of the Most High. They didn't even open the door. It got quiet. Those demons felt our presence. But I'm saying that to say, don't keep your mouth situations like that, man. Oh, because you scared something can happen, you might get shot, all that. If the spirit telling you to go up there to talk to them, talk to them. Don't hold your tongue on that because it's righteous. You're trying to help your brother and sister out. You ain't going up there to be nosy. You're going up there to calm the situation out. I had a fly in my hand I was gonna get to him. The brother, we had Bibles. We are gonna bring some precepts out if he was willing to hear it. Let's calm the situation down, man. So don't use your tongue for positive though. And it says, but he that open wide his lips shall have destruction. You open wide your lips with no understanding and no wisdom, it's gonna be a downfall, man. It's gonna be a downfall.
I had a
So
precept.
bring it out. Con is also going to bring out con.
Time to rant, a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak.
Mighty precept, baby. So it's going into like you have to keep your mouth. It's like knowing when to speak and when to be quiet. You have to know when. Certain situations, when somebody die, when somebody dead at a funeral, hey, it's not the time to be speaking. Or what y'all eating at night? Or what y'all watching the movie at night? It's not the time to speak. People are in sorrow. It's not the time to speak. Or when you at a basketball game, it's not time to talk about a funeral. You have to know the right time to speak and the time. It's a time and place for everything. basically. Ecclesiastes 3. It's a time and place for everything. You have to know that time when to speak, so that's a mighty precept, according to that. So I got
I had another precept, so I can.
nah, you straight. That's a spirit.
This is just going into what you literally just said. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles.
Con. You keep your mouth, you keep your mouth and tongue, you keep your mouth from trouble. Hey, because a person that's always running his mouth, he gonna be known. Everybody gonna know who he is. So you're gonna have a lot of people hitting, might put a hit on you. You have to be looking around. If you talk too much about somebody, you always have that person beefing. Like Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy, the perfect example. He been beefing with people since 2008. 2008. He been beefing with people since 2008 to 2021. He's still beefing with people making videos. I mean, he beefing with Kodak. He beefing with the Migos. He beefing with Joe Budden. He was beefing with Chris Brown. He was really trying to fight Chris Brown. A person like that, he always got to watch his back because he beefing with the whole city. He got to watch his back. He not keeping his tongue. He don't know if somebody finna come and rob him. Somebody finna come and shoot him up. He might be with his girl. He got to watch his back because he don't know if somebody finna come and try to sneak up on him and kill him. I watch his back, man. So a person that keep his mouth and his tongue keeps his soul. So that person is always quiet, that move in silence. Everybody don't know about. He gonna keep his soul. He ain't gonna have to worry about nothing. No troubles. People coming at him because he keeping his mouth. You know what I'm saying? And your tongue very powerful. It's also how you say things too. Because you can have a person be like laughing, man. Well, you stupid, boy, you stupid. No, he not really saying that. No, he ain't trying to say nothing to like try to fight. But if a person say, man, shut up, man, you stupid. Hey, somebody gonna be like, what? But if a person be like, man, you stupid. Joking what y'all joking. Or if he have like, I'm gonna use another like, you laugh, you joking with your homeboy, man. Man, shut the F up, man. You crazy. He gonna be like, you gonna start laughing like, boy, but if a person be like, man, shut the F up, boy, you crazy. So what? He gonna be like, what you mean? What you mean? Who crazy? You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you say stuff too. That's how the power for the tongue is as well. It's how you say things. So Philippians 2 and 14 through 15.
Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of Yahweh, without rebuke in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world.
So we know our people love murmuring. We love doing certain stuff like that. But he said don't do things without murmuring. We always mom say go wash the dishes. You murmur under your breath. I always gotta wash the dishes. Why she can't wash the dishes? I'm not the only one in the house. Why she got? He said don't do that with murmuring, man. Don't murmur. So you could be blameless and harmless, so nobody can't say nothing about you. So nobody can be like, oh, he always murmur. He always this penis, son. He always saying this. He always got something to say. Don't be that person. Don't murmur. You go ahead and do it. I gotta do it. Right. Okay, yes, man. Even though you don't feel like doing it, or even you feel like something ain't right, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't going against commandments, you gotta obey your parents. So they say you do something, even though you feel like you've been doing it all the time. Like, okay, all right, yes, man. You know what I'm saying? But you don't gotta. Oh, you gotta watch the dish. I always gotta do that. I always gotta watch it. I'm not the only one in the house. Why they act like I'm the only one in the house? Oh, so con. I got con.
But now you put also off. But now you also put off all these things: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth.
So the Most High is telling you what to put away from your mouth. Those are the things that's gonna put you in the lake of fire. all those things, that you bring, that you, and a lot of people do this: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Let those things out your mouth. Let that filthy communication go out your mouth. It ain't, because what's you gonna gain out of it? When you upset, and you talking to somebody when you upset, how is that gonna help the situation? It's gonna make it worse. When you upset and you yelling at somebody, you calling your girl a B word, you telling the shit the F word. What is that gonna help? That's filthy communication. That's not gonna help her want to be a better wife to you. It's not going to help her serve you when you calling her out her name. She ain't want to do nothing for you. You act like she a servant. You know what I'm saying? So watch what you say, man. Get that communication out your mouth. You got to renew your mind first before that even happen, right? Proverbs 14 and 16 through 17.
A wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated.
So a wise man depart from evil, man. A wise man gonna depart from evil. But the fool rage in his confidence. It's another example, right? I ain't gonna say no names to the fam. But you had this situation, you have a dude, right, at the park. They shooting, right? Everybody at the park chilling. They shooting, right? Shooting at the park. You have everybody running back. You have everybody running from the park. All right, I'm gonna run from the park. They shooting at the park. I don't want to get shot, so I'm gonna depart from evil. I'm gonna leave evil. But then you have somebody that's running to the gun fight. He's trying to hop in it. That's wicked. That's evil. The fool rage. He upset. He trying to hop in it. Now he confident. He finna go stop the situation or kill somebody. That's wicked. But a wise man, they departing. They wise. I'm not finna die. I got a family at home. I can't die. So they leaving, departing from the evil. But you have people running to the evil. It's not wise when you run to the evil. And the person that's always angry, they deal foolishly. A person that's angry, a person that's upset, he on 10, he hot. He not finna encourage somebody. He not finna hold the door for nobody. He not finna help an old lady across the street when he on 10. He gonna deal foolishly. He gonna deal folly and madnessly. You know what I'm saying? And the man that's always doing wickedness is hated, mainly by the elders, mainly by his parents. He hated. Because he always doing folly and madness. And then it making them look bad. Because they're going to be like, whose child is that? Whose son is that? They're going to go back to the parents. So now they upset at you because you giving them a bad name. People looking at you like, people looking at them like they raised you. They raised the animal. In this thing, right?
Selecting one. Did we pull that Sirach 20 and 18?
Bring it out. I don't think so.
To slip upon a pavement is better to slip with the tongue, so the fall of the wicked shall come speedily.
So slipping upon you know what happened when you're gonna slide upon the pavement. You're gonna be skinned up, you're gonna be bleeding, it's gonna be a big bruise. He's saying that is better to slip with your tongue. Why? Because you slip with the pavement, you might be even scarred up. But if you slip with your tongue, you can tell the biggest secret, somebody's secret, just by you slipping with your tongue. You're like, oh, not everybody knows somebody's secret. Now the person looking at you. You can't hold water. Now you got a bad name around. Now, Brian can't hold water now. Don't tell Brian nothing. And you might have just slipped up and didn't mean to tell somebody. And you see all the time on movies, you know what I'm saying, on them drama movies or drama series, somebody always slip up and then have their hand over their mouth like, I didn't mean to say that. It's too late now. The person already know. You know, so Make sure that you don't do no slip ups. That's why it goes going into be slow to speak. Listen, be slow to speak. You know, so the fall of the wicked gonna come speedily. And if you wicked, your judgment gonna come. Don't think that you finna go your whole life and receive nothing. And you wicked. You've been finessing people. You've been scamming. You've been robbing. You've been killing. You've been stealing. You've been um, all that. You're a menace to society. Judgment gonna come. It's gonna happen fast. So you better stop being wicked. Before I get into how the Most High gonna deal with y'all wicked folk, but it's in the lesson for that, so I'm gonna wait. Um, Proverbs 29:11.
A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it until after.
So a fool gonna utter all his mind. Everything that go back to what I said before. Everything that a fool think about, you are trust me, you gonna know. Everything that they think about, or they every move, they're gonna post on Snapchat. They're gonna post on Instagram. They're gonna tell everybody. You gonna know. You don't gotta ask a fool what he thinking about. He might. You don't have to ask a fool what he got going on. He gonna already tell you. But the wise man keeps the end to afterwards. A wise man gonna keep how he feel on his mind to after the situation, if it needed to be spoke on. That's how you know. A wise man gonna judge every situation. He gonna know whether he should jump in the situation right now or he should wait afterwards because he don't want the situation to build up. A wise man gonna know that. Sirach 20:5. Sirach 20:5 through 8. I think this will be the last one. But you got any precepts if I let some out, I got this call, but
I think we already put this.
Huh?
You already put this.
Oh, Sirach. You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Sirach 20:5 through 8. We pull that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We didn't put nothing that's already 28.
Sirach 28:12 through 15. I might close out on this.
If thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. And both these come out of thy mouth. Curse the whisper and double tongue, for such have destroyed many that were at peace. A backbiting tongue have disquieted many and driven them from nation to nation. Strong cities have they pulled down, overthrown the houses of great men. A backbiting tongue hath cast out virtuous women and deprived them of their labors.
And nobody likes you always stabbing somebody in the back. You always taking back to what you said. Nobody don't like that person, you know what I'm saying? Nobody don't want that person to be around them. So verse 12, if thou blow the spark, it shall burn. So out the same mouth, you can blow a spark and it's gonna burn. Out the same mouth, you can spit on it and it's gonna go out. Out the same mouth. So out the same mouth can come out blessings and curses. Just balance. It's a just balance, man. So nobody don't want to be around that's going to whispering and gossiping. Hey, the Most High gonna judge you for that. I don't think just because you gossiping and whispering to somebody that the Most High don't hear that and that the Most High ain't gonna judge you for that. You always talking about somebody's situation, what somebody could have did better. You're not going to that person. You don't want to go to that person and help them out. You rather talk about them behind their back because you don't got no life, and that makes your demons feel good. That's all you got on you. If you a backbiter or whisperer, you got demons on you, and you helping your flesh. So most time you dealing with backbiters and all that, man. It said backbiting tongue has cast out virtuous women. And that was going into me earlier what I was saying about, whispering. Whispering. You have sisters in the truth be doing that. I done heard about camps, I ain't gonna say the camp name, but it's a lot of sisters in that camp that be whispering. Talking about other sisters in this thing, man. That's wicked. Now they ain't trying to be that private to the one woman no more. They trying to whisper about other women in the camp. Oh, she thinks she look her dress too long. Her fringes ain't right. Her head right all sideways. All type of folly that don't matter. Long as she got the fringes on and the dress and the head wrap, that's all that matters. Stop trying to hate. You hating. And a lot of people be trying to whisper and gossip because they haters. They hate what a person is doing. That's the only reason why they gossip and hate, because they can easily go to that person and tell them what they're doing wrong and help that person out, and they don't gotta talk about that person no more. But they enjoy talking about somebody because they have no life and they are haters and they need to repent or they're gonna get put to death. Simple as that. So, babe, if you got any precepts, if not, I'm gonna close out. But if you got any precepts, don't hold them back. Get it.
Con, I don't think I had no precepts. No. Well, mm,
Let me see if I
no.
got it. Mm-mm. I got this precept. It don't got nothing to do with the tone, but I'm closing out with this precept. Give me Baruch 2 and 30, babe. That's what I want.
Baruch 2 and 30.
Mm.
For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves.
Hey, man, so this is the time, brothers and sisters watching this video. This is the time to wake up. We're in our captivity. This is prophesied. Now is the time to wake up and remember ourselves, man. Stop playing around. You gossiping, talking about other brothers and sisters. Hey, let it go. Stop playing. You playing with the Most High top. Stop playing with it and remember who you were. You were Israelite. Brothers and sisters that don't know, that's new to this. You were Israelite, Black, Latinos, and Native Indians. Y'all are God's chosen people. You need to repent and come back to the Most High in these last days and remember yourself. Remember, wake up, wake up. You might gotta wake up, get the crest out your eyes, kind of yawn. Remember yourself, man. Get into these scriptures. You was an Israelite. So that's all I want to say on that, babe.
Come. Shalom, y'all.
Shalom, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, for allowing me to get into the lesson with my beautiful, gorgeous, real, all praise on her, on the spirit for her to put that spirit on us to make this lesson. I hope y'all was edified. I hope we can help y'all through the spirit. Y'all keep enduring, keep fighting these demons. Shalom.